and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Farah and I love making natural skincare products from scratch. In this video, I will show you how to troubleshoot and fix one of the most common issues in the soap making, which is known as the hardening of the soap, or also called as the soap seizing. If you also love making natural skincare products, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button for more fun and informative videos. Now let's get started. What is soap seizing? Seizing happens when your soap batter becomes too thick. It usually becomes too hard and too solidified, unlike the pourable consistency of the soap. It usually happens within seconds to minutes as soon as you mix your lye solution along with the oil mixture. If you don't act fast, your soap batter becomes completely solidified and you cannot work with it. But why does it happen and how can you fix it? Stick around and I will show you how to fix the problem of soap thickening before it's too late. So let's discuss what are the top reasons of your soap thickening. The first one is the fragrance oil. If a fragrance oil contains higher percentage of alcohol, they react with the lye that leads to the thickening of the soap batter. The second one is too high temperatures. When mixing your lye solution with the oil mixture, make sure the temperature of both of the solution is not very high, because if it's too high and you mix them together, they accelerate the trace, meaning that they become very solidified very fast. So make sure when you're mixing the lye solution to the oil mixture, the approximate temperature should be around 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. The third one is certain essential oils. Some of the essential oils which fall in the category of the woody or the floral scents, they have a chances of high accelerating of the trace. That means that when you're incorporating the essential oils from any of these categories, they bring the trace value very fast. That means as soon as you mix the essential oil, they become very thick and they become too hard to pour it into the soap molds. The fourth reason is adding too much of the hard oils. When making the soap formulations, keep in mind that if you're adding too much of the hard oils like the coconut oil, the palm oil, the shea butter and the cocoa butter and some other butters, there are chances that the soap tracing value accelerate too quickly. So make sure you balance the hard oils as well as the soft oils. The fifth reason is the water discounting. Whenever you are doing the soap formulations, please make sure that you are using enough amount of water. Because less water means more thickening. Because if you're using lesser amount of water, it leads to thickening much faster. So if you're a beginner, you're new to soap making, and when you're formulating the soap recipes, please make sure you're using enough amount of water as one of the ingredients. So these were all the reasons that leads to hardening of the soap. Now let's talk about how can you prevent them. The first one is use only cold stable fragrances or essential oils that are made to be incorporated while making the soaps using the cold process technique. So whenever you are purchasing the essential oil or fragrance oil for cold process soap making, you can always see it in the label whether they are cold process stable or not. If they are not cold process stable, then it leads to thickening of the soap. The next one is maintaining the temperature of your lye solution and your oil mixture. Please make sure it's around 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit so that it doesn't reach the trace very quickly. The third prevention is that always add your fragrance oil or essential oil when your soap has reached a light trace. That means once you have blended the oil and the lye together, then blend it for some time and then only add the fragrance oil. Because if you add the fragrances too early in the soap batter, chances are it thickens up very quickly. The last prevention is using of the softer oils. Try to use oils like olive oil, sunflower oil, rice bran oil so that there are some concentration of softer oils that leads to slowing of the thickening of the soap batter. Now in the last part of the video, I'm going to talk about what can you do if your soap has already hardened up. So if you're already into the soap making process and the soap has already hardened up, what can you do? So there are two things you can still do to fix your soap batch. The first one is if your soap batch is too thick but still in a workable condition, what you can do is quickly wear a pair of gloves and then you can take out the soap batter with your hands and then pour it into the molds and press it gently so it takes the shape of the mold. The second one, if it's completely hardened up in the container itself, what you can do is let it set aside, and then later on you can chop it into small soap chunks, and these soap chunks you can use it to make a new soap batch. So this is how you can fix the problem even if it's completely thickened up. Now you know how to prevent and fix the seizing or the hardening of the soap. If you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button and also subscribe to get more informative videos about how to make natural skincare products and how to fix the problems.